California and the nation.
It's pronounced metropolitan.
Oh, metropolitan areas. America's rural-urban shift.
Were you guys going to have the objectives for this one too, or was that just for section
No,
one?
that was just for section one. In 1790, 5.1% of the population lived in cities. Revolution caused many people to move to urban centers. Farms became mechanized, and fewer people grew more food. By 1900, 2/5 of the nation's people lived in urban areas. 1920, more than half of the population were city dwellers. Today, over 80% live in cities and suburbs. The strain on local governments to provide services to the population has grown.
Bless you.
The River Walk in Texas is an example of urban rural and city planning. They made a river where people can stroll down to where place they want to go.
Could you go back to that for just a moment? So what is your major point in showing that example? What do you hope to convey by that? Is that just to tie into the rural to urban shift, or what's the main message there?
It's like new things they did to make their like cities better.
Have any of you been to the River Walk? It's beautiful.
Incorporation and charters. Each state constitution sets out its own rules of incorporation. This usually requires that a minimum number of people live within a given area and that they request to become a city. Each city creates a charter that renames the city, sets its boundaries, creates its legal identity, and describes its powers and the structure of its government.
Forms of city government. California cities like it is countries were created by the state. Incorporating is the process by which the state makes the city as a legal body. In California, an incorporate community can incorporate two ways. One way, the county board can incorporate areas into a city. For example, if there is an abandoned creek, they can choose to make it a part of their city and make buildings in it if they want to. 25% of the people living in a specific area can petition for incorporation. For example, a town trying to merge with a major city.
The Mayor Council form. The Mayor Council form is the most common form of city government. It features a mayor as the chief executive and an elected council as a legislative body. Its disadvantages are that it requires a good mayor, can be solved by a mayor-council dispute, and can be hard for citizens to understand. The city council usually has from 5 to 9 members, each elected from a city district to a 4-year term.
So in that form of city government, who has the executive power and who has the legislative power?
The mayor?
The mayor what? I'm sorry?
The mayor council?
Right. Who possesses the executive and who possesses the legislative power? Say that one more time.
The elected council?
You got your dial-a-friend right here who's helping you out. Just a little louder so everyone can hear. You're right.
The chief is the executive, and an elected council is the legislative body.
So she's saying the mayor has the executive power, the council has the legislative power. Could you liken that to maybe the governor and the assembly, or the president and the Congress? Kind of similar there? Yeah. One of them writes the ordinances, the other one what? Make sure that they're implemented, carried out. Right? The executive should not be writing the laws. The governor should not be passing laws. The president should not be passing laws. That's not their prerogative. It's the legislative body.
Strong mayor government is when the mayor is the chief administrator of office and he is a strong leader which has the power to make city policies and veto the council. A weak mayor government serves as a council presiding officer and the city's main person to look to run the place, when in real life the council make the decisions, not the mayor alone.
The council manager form. The council manager form of city government has a weak mayor chosen by voters, a strong elected council, and a professional manager named by the council. The city council makes the policies that are then carried out by the manager. The manager can be dismissed by the council at any time. This system is widely used. It is simple, fairly transparent in operation, and relies on trained experts.
And the other thing they won't tell you in there, which I think is probably the real reason. Oh, you're going to keep going. Let's see if you cover it.
The city manager directs all city departments and has the power to hire and fire all city employees. The city manager also prepares the city budget. In practice, the manager also influences the policies created by the city council. Critics dislike the fact that the chief executive, the manager, is not properly elected. They also argue that this form lacks strong political leadership.
That's a fancy way of saying that last bullet. You hit it, but I'm going to translate it for you. What that means is the council members and the mayor, they want to look good in front of the public, right? Why? Because they want to keep getting reelected. So what's the way that you can keep looking good and run the city? You hire some schmuck who's gone to school to learn how to be a city manager. And if the city manager does great, they'll take their photos with the city manager. And everyone's happy. It's a big happy team. But if things aren't going well in the city, guess who they can put all the blame on? The city manager.
So basically they elect somebody that's like less than them.
Well, they don't elect him. They hire him. They appoint him. And if they don't like him, what do they do? Or her, they can fire him. And they can say, look what we did. We took steps to fix the problems and we fired that city manager. In every way, they look good, right? The fall guy, right.
The commission form. A commission government is a rare form of local government that has between 3 and 9 popularly elected commissioners, each hiring a different department of city government. One commission is chosen as mayor. It has 3 key weaknesses. It lacks a chief executive. Each commissioner tends to protect the interests of their own department and city. Government lacks coordination.
City planning. Early cities grew without any plan for development. Now most cities have formed planning agencies to correct past mistakes and guide future growth. Most federal grant and loan programs require cities to have development plans.
What was this called? Oh, there it is.
City zoning. Zoning is a practice of dividing the city into districts and regulating property uses. The 3 uses are generally residential, commercial, and industrial.
Is that your last slide?
No.
Okay, so hit the pause button there. I'll hand you